Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a get ready with me. I am putting on a full face of new makeup. I have it here. It's in the morning. My coffee is literally here. It's in the morning. I'm having my eye patches on. These are from Pixie. I will leave them down below. These are perfect when you're having like some dusty, crusty under eyes. We are gonna be trying out some new makeup. I am so excited. I have such high hopes for these things. These are things that I'm like, really wanted to try. I've been talking about in my new makeup releases. I wanted to buy them. I wanted to try them. So that's what we're gonna do. I think all of these things I bought myself. Actually, I think there's like one or two things that are in PR, but most of these things I bought myself, and I wanna see if I wasted my money or not. Okay, so here are the things that I have. I did buy, of course, from the R.E.M Beauty, the new bronzer and blush. Of course. I actually really like R.E.M Beauty. Their foundation and highlighter are two of my favorite products in my collection. I also did buy the BB Burst Tinted Gel Cream by Kosas, and I love something that's a gel, and I love something that's like tinted. So we're gonna try this one first. This is light, medium, neutral, which is what I usually do. A light, medium, neutral is, if that's a shade that's offered, that's the shade I'm picking. You can tell my face is much lighter than my body because I was doing a little bit of a scrubbing skincare action on my face, but not on my body because clearly I care more about my face than my body. I probably shouldn't, but I really do. Oh, my under eyes are looking so delicious. Oh, I changed my nail polish, by the way. I'll try and remember to link it because I did buy this one from Mooncat myself. This one, it says that you can apply it either with your hands or with like a sponge or a brush. I don't do hands. I don't do hands, so let's not do that. Light buildable coverage, hydrating burst of serious skincare. It's serious business, okay? Smoothing, blurring, vibrant, fresh look. We'll see about that. Let us zoom in a bit so we can see something. It does look like a gel. This is not a clean sponge. Did you expect a clean sponge? You're gonna be disappointed. I also rinsed my sponge with cold water because I wanted, like, it's 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. So I wanted like that cold, cooling sponge. If you're ever doing your makeup early in the morning and you want like a fresh waking up, do your sponge with cold water. It's so cooling and refreshing. That looks good. And it's a nice light tint, definitely like a sheer light coverage. Let me zoom in and we can see. So here you can see the side where I put it on versus the side where I did not. I'm thinking that I might need to like bronze up a bit, but we'll see how the bronzer is. Where did I put my sponge? Here it is. We'll see how the bronzer is from R.E.M because I think my face is gonna be like a smidge too light compared to my body, but we'll figure that out. It is definitely not you can tell. Here you can tell that it's like a little bit too light. It's definitely not liquidy. It's a little bit more of a firmer gel. You can see it's not spreading out. It's a little bit more of a firmer gel, but I also don't feel like it's super fatty, so calling it a gel is probably a good one. It does look really fresh, but I wonder if it's gonna dry down or not. I am 40 years old. I live in Austin, Texas, which is a very warm and humid place, like very warm, somewhat humid. But right now, I mean, we're in February. It's not very humid and warm right now. So I don't think the climate is gonna affect like how this wears on me, but I do have like combo oily skin. So I get very oily in my T-zone and then I'm very normal in the rest of my face. The second thing I have to try is from Laura Mercier, and this is the new concealer that they have. This is the Weightless Perfecting Concealer that goes with the Weightless Perfecting Foundation that you know that I have been absolutely loving. So when I realized that the new concealer from Laura Mercier was actually part of that line, I knew I needed it. I think I got this in 3N1. So I got a neutral shade. I don't know what 3N1 means, but again, if I can get a light, medium, neutral, that's always what I get. But if it looks a little bit too peachy, I go for a warmer shade. This one is a little, according to me, this one is a little too peachy to be a neutral, but since it is a concealer, I think I'm gonna get away with it. I try to do a little here and a little here. Sometimes I do my chin, but I don't have a breakout, so let's skip it. I'm gonna use my own little F02 from Cinch Beauty. According to me, best concealer brush ever. So I'm just gonna Squish this in. It's very lightweight, and you can tell when it goes on that it's like, again, a little serum-y because the foundation is a serum foundation. But I'm wondering if this is gonna have the same great dry down as the foundation has, because that is just such a light, airy consistency, serum on the skin, weightless, but it still dries down and looks flawless. So I'm gonna put this on, and we are gonna leave this without powder for a little bit and see. That looks really good. And see how it wears without powder for a couple of minutes while I do my brows. Okay, so this foundation, it does not dry down. This is not even like, oh, it's hydrating. No, this is a little sticky. I definitely need to set this down with powder. And also, like, they say that this is a neutral. I mean, my skin is a little bit more golden, especially now I use some self-tanner. I feel like I look more orange in my viewfinder than I should be. Maybe I went a little bit too far, but yeah, I definitely will need to, like, you can tell I'm a little bit more golden. I will need to bronze up a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine, okay? So I'm gonna be doing my poof, the Cinch Beauty poof, and I'm gonna be doing the HD powder by NYX under my eyes, because I feel like that's a good one. The concealer creased just a little bit, but honestly, not bad. The big thing for me is, if I set this with some powder, will you crease throughout me doing the rest of my makeup? Because that's the part that I want to avoid. So I think I'm gonna do just a little bit of this powder under my eyes, because I love the NYX powder on my eyes. I think it looks so good. It didn't cover like everything, but I also don't mind a little bit of darkness coming through because it makes you look human. And I think what I'm gonna do for the rest of my face is my One Size powder. This isn't translucent, but like, I think I need to acknowledge that we need to set this. We need to set this. I'm just gonna work this into my poof. I'm taking it like this, and I'm like working it into the poof. And then we're gonna see if we can just set this down a little bit. Cause yeah, that is sticky. This is what this foundation needed. I can't be sticky. I'm sorry. No, it's not part of my fantasy. That's not what I'm doing. Some people are like, oh my God, it's so dewy, it's so hydrating. I'm like, I am an actual flypaper. I will catch bugs going out like this. Since this is like a light coverage thing, and I'm actually really liking how it's looking right now. You can see I have some like little beauty spots that are like peeking through. I try and like, I don't know, show them. Let's do a little freckle action today, because I'm feeling it. I start with something like this, and I think we're gonna go in with the one from Rudy Berry. It's a really nice one for that, and I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna do that one, which is like, it looks like this, and this is a little bit more sheer, and I usually do it on my sponge. So I like put it a couple of dots on my sponge, and then I do those on my face. And I go in back and forth because I'm like, I'm feeling this today. This is a process though. Before we go in with like the bronzer and everything, I want to try this new spray. This is a mist thing. I love that. It's from R.E.M Beauty, and it is a hydrating setting spray that's gonna be hydrating but still set your makeup and make it matte. I'm all about that. Shake well before use, hold mist 8 to 10 inches. I don't know what that is. Could be the distance to the moon. Close eyes and spritz. Okay, let's see, what is this? Okay. Smells fresh. I wonder if you can hear the yard work outside. I swear they're like keeping up with my schedule. They're like, she's filming. Quickly, bring out the leaf blower. I will say the powder has already absorbed into the skin, and it is feeling tacky again. This is gonna be the end of me, I swear. It's gonna be the end of me. So I got the bronzer in Out of Office. This was the light medium neutral one. Same packaging as the highlighters, which I really like. They're hard plastic, but they feel like heavy duty. They're like a little, I don't know, ravioli? A space ravioli. Ooh, that's dark. Okay, that's dark. I guess this will work to like bronze up our skin a little bit so that we can actually match with the rest of our body. It's the same pattern as in the highlighters. Oh, it's definitely pigmented. I just dipped in. I'm surprised that this is a light, medium, neutral, because I feel like this is a little darker. I would say that this is more like a medium, and it almost has like a little bit of a red undertone, don't you think? But interesting. Why is there hair everywhere? Please, for the love of everything. Okay, it doesn't blend immaculate on this base, but that could be that the base is literally sticky. I am trying, this is like trying to blend bronzer on like a sticky eyeshadow base. I wonder if this like could be good as an eyeshadow base. Could double as like a BB cream and an eyeshadow base. I mean, I don't know if this is my shade. It doesn't feel warm enough. But also, like, I did get a neutral one, so... And yeah, the base is not helping. You can tell it's pulling a little red, right? Definitely feel like this one has a little bit of a terracotta undertone. If you like that, maybe that's perfect for you. But I was hoping for something that was, like, actually more like a neutral beige. And I feel like this one is just maybe a little red. I also feel like I'm bronzing everywhere because I was a little pale. I don't know if that's smart or not. Probably not. Okay, so initial impression of the bronzer, I feel like it's much more red than neutral and it's very pigmented. I didn't think that it blended perfectly, but I do think that that's the base because the base is a little sticky. Basically said it twice now, once with powder and once with a powder bronzer. I think it looks okay now, and it definitely, like, if I go back, it feels like my skin is a little bit more matching, but it's slightly more red than I would have preferred it. But I will use this with a foundation that's probably better for my combo skin in the future. I also got a blush. I got it in Sun Pop, which was described as like, I think like a bright coral or something like that. And it is definitely more coral than orange. On the website, it looked a little orange, but it is definitely a coral. I'm gonna be using a Singe F06 and it picks up pretty good. I like putting my blush up here because I like pulling my features up a bit. I feel like that works for my face shape and I've been really into this placement as of late. That actually looks really pretty. And that blended beautifully on top of a more set base. So that tells me that's probably not the formulations of the powder. It's probably the foundation. But I always come back and let you know about like how products work over time. Because the first impression is all fine and dandy. But we need to know like how did we feel about them later on. And I actually have probably Monday's video is going to be me going through all the drugstore things that I've tried so far this year. And it is a bunch. So if you want to have some tips of what drugstore to purchase and which ones to avoid, that's going to be Monday's video. This looks beautiful. This, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And I don't have a new highlighter to use, but I will, where did I put it? Here. I'm trying to figure out how I feel about this Merit one. It survived my declutter. I'm going to use a brush. This is the F07. I'm just gonna pull it like this. I'm trying to figure out how I feel about this one. If it actually does something or if it's just greasy. It is from Merit. I have a sneaking suspicion it's just like a little greasy. No, that actually looks good with the brush. I have a love-hate relationship with Merit. Some things I really, well, that actually looks good. But I'm like, is it grease or is it highlight? Some things look amazing, and then some things I'm like, I feel the same about Kosas. I'm like, it's a love-hate relationship. I just don't love everything, and I'm just like trying to figure out how I feel about the brand. But maybe that's how I feel about both of those brands. Some things are great, some things are not. Because that looks great, but it is a little greasy. We'll see. We'll see. Overall, it's looking great. Let's set it with a little bit more of the spray and ooh, lippy. Speaking of Merit, they sent me one of their new lipsticks. This is the signature lipstick. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, signature lip. And this is in a new shade and it is a red. And this one is in vermilion. And I have been on a red lip journey. And I think we're gonna do that. But I think I'm gonna do somewhat of a little bit of a cannot speak. And I'm gonna use the new lip liner by e.l.f. This one is in like a toffee, cola, doesn't say on it. Really? Oh, it's on the cap. Oh, that is the smallest. That is this baddest beige. Ooh, I am too old for that. And I want to do like a soft red and just dab a little bit of that on over a brown liner. I've been really loving these, by the way. They're awesome. They're very short though. It's a short lip liner. So I almost filled in my entire lips. I want to do a soft red lip because sometimes I'm not making sense. That's what's happening. But 2024 is my different lip journey. Like I'm doing other things than just a regular nude lip. So there's different things that you can do. It doesn't have to be like a bright red. It can be like this, just a little soft. Because I experiment so much with like colored highlighters and bright eye looks, but like with my lips, I'm like, a nude will do. But it's like, I'm boring. I'm boring. So that's really pretty. Look at me. I'm a genius. No, I actually really like that. I think that looks super, super beautiful. Very thrilled about that. Okay, we're gonna do a look with Dead Roses by Bella Beauté bar. I have done some swatches of this palette. It is a really, really stunning palette. And I wanted today to do like an eye look. And I want to do, because I like doing smoky eyes. And someone told me that when I did a smoky eye last time, that when I was in makeup school, a smoky eye was something totally different. It was like pulling the darkest closest to the lash line and then working it upwards. And I think that that's another way of doing a smoky eye for sure. It depends on like how dramatic do you want to be. For me, since the darkness, like I need darkness in this part because again, I have like a little bit of hooded eyes, so I feel like I need that kind of definition there. But we're gonna do that kind of look today because I used to do looks like that a lot as well. I just usually don't do the darkest color when I do a smoky eye closest to the lash line and then work from that. But I feel like today we could. So let's just try something different. Like for us, I have not gone to makeup school myself. I have though worked freelance as a makeup artist. You don't need to have a diploma to do that in Sweden. Actually, some of the most famous makeup artists, like working makeup artists right now, they're working with celebrities, have not gone to makeup school. It gives you help with like what is hygienic, and it helps you with some like rules of makeup, especially if you're going to be doing more like costume makeup, stuff like 50s, 60s, stuff like that. A school can really help you. But if you're just doing glamour makeup on people, if you just get the hygiene steps down, I don't think you need to go to school for that personally. So this is the Dead Roses, and what are we going to start with then? This one? Right? The Single AF, which I am not. Happily Married. Oh, you're doing something fun. Is it Valentine's Day where this is going up? I feel like this is going up on Valentine's Day. Look at how glowy I'm becoming here. Holy bananas. Let me know if you have any nice plans. I would love to hear about that. I'm going to be using an EO4. I'm just going to be cleaning it. I would love to hear about your plans. Like, what are you doing for Valentine's? Are you doing something fun? We actually went out for dinner yesterday on a Monday. So for us, we're not doing, I think, something special on Valentine's Day itself. I feel like I don't need oh, did I do that too much? Maybe. I don't need a specific day to celebrate like marriage. But I mean, it's nice. It's nice to have, I guess. It's the same as like Mother's Day and Father's Day. You should celebrate your loved ones every day. But it's nice with a little extra day where you can show them some extra love. Same with Valentine's Day, I guess. Don't save your love for Valentine's Day. But there's nothing wrong with doing a little extra for them then, I guess. I'm dragging it out a little bit because I want to have that look. But oh, I feel like this really brings out the green in my eyes. I'm gonna do it like this and probably a little bit under my eyes too. I kind of want to feel like I want to layer like a shimmer on top. That looks really, really cool. I think we're gonna be blending with, I mean, there's only light shades. Maybe actually like start with this one just to see how that's gonna look. And blend with that, and then we'll see if we have to meet up with something else in between. Okay, I've been using that lighter shade on this eye just to see like, is it possible? And it definitely is. As you can see here, I think I'm just gonna use a little bit of that darker one to blend afterwards, and I'm still using the exact same brush. Yeah, so far I'm doing my entire eye look with just the EO4. This is why the EO4 is probably my most used brush out of my cinch brushes. The one I reach for the most, the one that I have the most of here in front of me. I just love it so much. It is the perfect to pick up like product with. It can be like a pencil brush if you put it to the side. It could be like a blender, a buffer. It just, it gets into everything. It puts product down, but it doesn't get it in too many, like it's not too big, so you don't overdo it. I just think it is the best. And let's see. Something like a little, I'm trying to be like a little coy about it. I don't know if I'm succeeding. I'm gonna blend a little under here, and we're gonna do a little bit more of that darker one. Are you gonna be mad at me if I don't use any of the shimmers? I think you will. I love Bella Beauté Bar. Love Bella Beauté Bar. They make amazing shadows. I'm so excited to be like, I discovered them a year and a half ago, and oh my god, it's been a journey. I'm so excited to have a code with them. I'm so excited to get PR from them. I think they make amazing products, and this is no exception. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of the single AF, and we are just gonna blend and buff a little bit on the edge to buff these together a little bit. Not trying to do perfect, just good enough. Remember, I'm not mad at how that blended. Sometimes it looks a little patchy in this area because I have so many folds and hoods here and like little divots, but not perfect, but I think that is good enough. So what kind of shimmer do we want to do on top? I don't know. Part of me is like just wanting to do this because that is stunning. But like the pink is pretty too. But I did pink yesterday. Not that you saw that, but maybe that. Like a little bit of, this is the, not yours. This one. This one. It's like a pink with blue duochrome. I think we're gonna do that. Let me see if I can get rid of that pink that I have on my finger. On my pants. Perfect. Okay. Should we do it all over? Or just, just in the middle? Right? That is stunning. Look at me being the person that's using my finger after all these years. It's because I'm like living my short-nailed life. I miss my nails though, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just tapping it and blending it out. That looks stunning. Do I want to do a liner? Let me see if I can get a liner. I'm doing a little bit of a wing. I think that's gonna be cute. I might need to fatten that part up a bit. Okay, a little bit of a wing turned into a big wing. I also wanted to do a little bit in here. Like the little hooky thing. I like that. Ooh, should I do white in my waterline? You know I love that. Ooh, I have it here. This one still, it's my babe. It is my babe. The one from Tarte. Ooh, that is cute. Is that wing even? No. Let me fix that. I did some short form content trying the new mascara from Nomad Cosmetics. I think it's a good mascara, not my absolute favorite. This is a little goopy as well. Let's take that off. But we're gonna be using it today. Let me show you. Ooh, let's not get it in my hair though. can you apply mascara with your mouth closed? I don't think you can. I think it's against the law. I don't know if I have like super small eyes or something, but these big brushes, I always get like mascara everywhere. I prefer a smaller brush. I don't know. Do I have small eyes? Have a small face? I don't know. Maybe. Have like maybe... I feel like I have a big head. Like I know I have a big head. But maybe I have like small features on a big head. This is why I could never go bald. Because like I'm gonna be like the cone heads. So this is the mascara on. It's nice. It's nice. It does its job. But like not my absolute favorite. Okay, so this is the finished look and I really, really like it. I think I look fierce. I look a little glowy though. I look a little glowy. But I guess that's the name of the game when you're doing a dewy foundation. But this is like eating up the powders. A little bit like the Tarte Glow Maracuja thing they came out with last year. But I mean, my skin is looking great. It's just feeling a little sticky magic. I don't want to be bragging, but I feel like my hair is really herring today. Like it's giving glamour, it's giving volume, it's giving, I don't know. I'm loving it. Okay, first of all, I mean, we can all tell how glowy I am in my T-zone, right? Like I can see it, you can see it, we all can see it. So I think I'm gonna be just applying a little bit more powder, just a smidgerooskies. Again, I'm gonna be just working it into my poof and just mattifying a little bit in my T-zone, but I don't mind something that looks glowy. For me, a good glowy foundation is a foundation that doesn't move too much, doesn't settle into lines, doesn't break up, doesn't wear off. And I feel like that's where we're gonna see where this one is. I will, of course, come back and review it. I will wear it for the entirety of the day. It is 10 o'clock right now, so I will be able to wear this for... I mean, I started doing my makeup, like I said, 8:30. I will be able to wear this for like a full day, so I can give like some thoughts on it. But I think the makeup look is very pretty. It's feeling a little bit like Valentine's or Galentine's without being like too soft. You know, I'm not about like super soft makeup looks. I'm loving the soft red lip though. I think that's very, very cute. This one is not herring though. There we go. I hope you're having a great day. Let me know what you think about these products. I will say I am very impressed with the new drop from R.E.M Beauty. I cannot wait to wear it with a foundation that's a little bit more, not as sticky as this one, so that I can see how the bronzer really blends. Maybe a smidgen too red, but now that everything has like sunken in, I do think that it looks really good, honestly. The blush was beautiful. And even this highlighter from like Merit, it is a little, not sticky. It's not sticky, it's feeling a little creamy, but it looks really juicy. Eyeshadow from Bella Beauté bar is beautiful. And also, let's not forget about the concealer. The concealer is beautiful. No creasing so far. It looks wonderful. It was really light and airy in consistency. I have a sneaking suspicion the concealer is going to be a favorite over time. That's what I'm feeling right now. But I will, of course, come back and let you know all about it in a little bit. Don't forget to subscribe, because on Friday we're doing new makeup releases again. And there's been some real questionable things that have been released and announced this week, and I want to chat about it. Bye!